there should be a clear consistency of the closure package, which has to be assured by the certifying authority financially and as well as regards to irregularities. And then, particular issue as well for ETC, you have to ensure that the audit authority and the group of auditors are clear on the division of responsibilities. Because I suppose it depends on the program, that in particular of CBC's programs, there are different audit authorities which will be involved in providing the audit assurance at the closure declaration. So there has to be a clear division of tasks. But I think this we can discuss probably as well later on particular examples. Plan adequate resources. You always have to take into account that the closure is not finished with the end of the programming period, so the 2015, when you stop implementation, when the eligibility is gone, the closure is just starting, and you have to keep the resources even after the end. After the submission of the closure documents. It's by far not the last date, because then you submit the closure documents, but often the closure documents do not comply fully of the expectation of the Commission. So the Commission is coming back on the closure documents, having additional questions on this and that, which needs to be replied. So the competence and the people working in the closure process have to be still in place, and you have to transfer this knowledge. If it's not the same people, they have to transfer the knowledge to the persons which are in charge of the closure process. Often this closure process is finalized just 3 or 4 years after the end date of submission of closure documents. In this closure process, we are trying to get a certain discipline in this ping pong between managing authorities, certifying authorities, audit authorities, and the EU Commission, and we have targeted in the closure guidelines to get this down to a maximum 1 year period. Whether this will in the end be possible, it's another thing, but there's a clear timeline specified in the closure guidelines, so that you have the 5 months, that the Commission has the 5 months to reply, then we give the 2 months to the Member States, another 2 months to the Commission, and in principle within 1 year the closure should be off the hook, or the closure should be finalized, and we should close the programs accordingly.